let's throw it away.
Okay.
Hey guys, this is Matt. So today I want to talk about fear and anxiety for a little bit. I want to go ahead and just address the elephant in the room because it's what keeps us from getting out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps us from going out and achieving our goals. It's what keeps us from being able to express who we are through our talents and personality. Fear is a spreading virus and it happens to everybody. Unfortunately, for some people, it's a life sentence. And I should know, I happen to be one of those people. Please take about 5 to 7 minutes out of your life to watch this video because it could save your life and mine. Pretty sure that's how long this video is. Well, so anyways, I think the reason we sometimes tend to avoid this issue is because we are so comfortable with it, if that makes sense. It helps us justify sitting on the sidelines. It gives us motivation to do nothing. Now, why do I say that? Well, let's look at all the areas in our life and that need improvement, but we don't cater to those areas because we are afraid of failure, criticism, fatigue, rejection, the future. Maybe for some of us, it's a fear of not being attractive enough, not being educated enough, not being financially stable enough, or whatever the case may be. I'm here to tell you right now that God did not create us to be victims. In fact, you'll come across several passages throughout Scripture where God is encouraging his faithful servants not to be fearful. For example, in 2 Timothy 1:7, where here, a little patient with me, I'm not a very good page turner, as you can see. 1:7, here we go. Where here Paul is, basically, a minister of Jesus, and he proclaims this: "For God gave us a spirit of not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control." Now, just to give you guys kind of my little summarization of the verse, it's basically a representation of the fact that Jesus had freed us from the power of fear when he went and died on the cross, so that we could potentially utilize the 3 virtues mentioned in the verse. Now, having said that, I do have some good news and bad news. I'm going to start with the bad news. Fear is always going to be there. In this fallen world, every second that you breathe, depression, insecurities, burnout, it's just always going to be there. It's inevitable. But it's all in how you deal with it that makes a difference. The good news is you don't have to let it dictate who you are and how you live. God created you to be an absolute baus, and that's the truth. This means that you answer God's upward call in your life to whatever that is, even when fear begins to rear its ugly head. I want to read a super quick passage out of Psalm 56, 2 through 3. Now, if you guys notice, if you read this whole chapter in context, it's basically about, long story short, it's about David, and he's fleeing from his enemies that want to kill him. But here's what he says: "My enemies trample on me all day long, for many attack me proudly. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you." So, to give you guys a little background about David, this guy has been through, he's committed murder, adultery, he's constantly on the run from King Saul. I mean, it's a mess. But in the midst of everything that's going on at this moment, he gets his confidence from God. And then, what eventually ends up happening? he becomes like a great king, a great musician, is once referred to as the apple of God's eye. So if David could be as confident as he is in his situation, why not you? I want to go ahead and challenge you guys with the question of what is truly holding you back from your true potential? If if you want to just go out and achieve your lifelong dream of whatever that is, just do it, regardless of maybe what some people have to say. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about people that will give you, spiritual and constructive advice. Those are good people to keep accountable in your life. But I am referring to people who are just negative and have a very limited perspective. If you want to, share music from your Spotify to Facebook that other people will make fun of you for, just go ahead and share it. If you want to take a Zumba class, but you can't quite get all the moves down right away, just go ahead and take it. It doesn't matter if you look like an idiot doing it. If you want to, get into heavy squats, just, go for it. It doesn't matter if, you wake up the next day and your legs are so sore that you have to be in a wheelchair. If you want to do kettlebell swings, but you almost end up accidentally throwing one at one of the, no, I'm kidding, don't do that. But the whole point of what I'm trying to say is, do not let another moment pass you by. God has an amazing plan for your life. So take all the steps necessary to live out his mission in your life. So, in case you guys didn't know already, I'm starting up this YouTube series called Revial, which is going to be, which is an outreach ministry, which will hold outreach events, maybe incorporate some slightly outrageous stuff in the mix. If you guys follow me on Facebook at all, there's a little video of me doing Zumba. If you haven't seen it already, just go and watch it. I think that's pretty much will be the kind of the gist of what we're going to be doing. So if you guys want to see more of this, subscribe, like this video, and yeah, maybe we'll be posting some more Zumba videos. All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, but as always, subscribe, and I got a Zumba.